this morning inside the kingdom. I dream I've been praising you all night long. All night long. When I woke up this morning inside the kingdom, I can feel your spirit with me all night long. There ain't nothing like living inside the kingdom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome again to another edition of the Inside the Kingdom News Show. Back again with you. I'm your host, Salutation, sitting here with my co-host,
the wonderful, the amazing Chris P. Bacon.
Chrissy Bacon. Hey, first thing we want to do is we want to apologize for the technical difficulties last week. Now, we're still going to show you last week's announcements in their entirety, but we're going to add in a few new announcements this week to make sure you're up to date on what's going on inside the kingdom. Sound good?
Yeah, so stay tuned.
We now return you to our regularly scheduled programming.
Hey, Chris, we're going to go over to Studio 40 and we're going to kick it over to Pastor Ronnie U. Black and Minister Donnie V. Green as they're hosting the Ronnie and Donnie show right now.
I didn't know we had 40 studios, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Whew. Whoa, we got over here pretty quick, didn't we?
That is true.
Hey, folks, welcome to the Ronnie and Donnie show. And today we got some questions from the audience, so we're going to choose one to answer.
That is correct.
All right. Well, this question comes from a Mrs. Harriet O'Neill. She says, guys, you are two of my favorite men of God. Well, bless you, Sister Harriet. Bless you. Bless you. But I do have a question for you guys. That question is, if you had to choose, who had the greatest faith in the Bible? Well, you know, Sister Harriet, I'm going to go ahead and let Minister Green start with that question since he's newest to the show.
Thank you. Well, I don't think that there's a best man of faith.
Amen.
There are multiple men of faith who are pretty great. And one of my favorites, you know, since I'm a thin guy, is David. David and Goliath. He had a tremendous amount of faith. Actually, you know what? We have actual footage from that fight. Why don't you go ahead and take a look at David's faith?
David dropped that big boy, didn't he?
He sure did.
Ooh-wee. Well, you know what, Sister Harriet? One of my favorites happens to be Noah. You see, a lot of people might pick Abraham. They might even say Job. But Noah built an ark when there had never been rain. He didn't know what rain looked like. So imagine the people talking about him. But you know what? One thing I often think about is how he collected all those animals.
Well, you know what? I think we actually have footage of that.
Wow, who thinks about mosquitoes when you think about Noah?
I know, right?
Donnie, what other man of faith do you like?
You know, I really like Daniel and his situation in the lion's den. I know it takes a tremendous amount of faith to trust in God and know that those lions won't attack you. Actually, we have actual footage of what the lions did in the lion's den. Why don't we take a look at that?
Wow.
Oh, 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 whoa.
You know, I have one more man of faith that people probably don't think about.
Who's that?
Paul,
The Apostle Paul?
the Apostle Paul.
What?
But Paul wrote, let me read it to you. Paul wrote in his letter to the Romans, the 14th chapter, verses 1 and 2. If you got a minute, get there. If not, I'll move on. As for the man who is a weak believer, welcome him into your fellowship, but not to criticize his opinions or pass judgment on his scruples or perplex him with discussion. But here's the key. Here's the key right here. One man's faith permits him to believe he may eat anything, while a weaker one limits his eating to vegetables.
Wow.
So if you look at what Paul is saying to my vegetarian and vegan brethren, that might be a sign of weak faith.
Wow.
And as you can see, I got a lot of faith. Well, Sister Harriet, I hope you got the answer to your question, and we're glad you sent it in. Now we're going to kick it over to Sal and Chris back in Studio 64. Whew, we're back.
You know, they look just like us.
Well, I'll tell you, what, twins. Today, that's right, today is the day we're celebrating Jesus' birthday.
Woo!
We're going to have a special service today. We're going to give away gift bags to children during service ages 2 through 13. That's going to be our gift to the children. But then we're going to give a gift to Jesus as well during the offering. Now, we're going to also take the time to bless our pastor and our first lady. We want to thank them for all they do and the first family of this ministry as well. So take the time, prepare your hearts right now for that offering later in the service. Hey, did you get your Christmas, New Year's schedule of events yet? If not, see one of the greeters in the back or look on Mrs. Mason's desk in the back of the sanctuary and get you one of those schedules so you know what's happening inside the kingdom over the holiday season. Chris, I believe you have an announcement about our midweek service.
How did you know?
Well, I'm good.
Wow. Okay. Our midweek service this week will be on Thursday at our normal time at 6:30 p.m.
Not Wednesday.
Not Wednesday. If you come on Wednesday, you're going to be the only one.
Well, shortly after that, we'll have our KHM New Year's Eve celebration. That's going to be Monday, December 31st, starting at 9 p.m. Now, that's going to be a special service of fun and activities. It's going to be a time of reflection, a time of recognition. We need you to come out and bring everybody with you, strangers, family, friends, anybody. Come on out. You're going to be blessed by this service, and you want to be out here. Again, that's Monday, December 31st. Beginning at 9 p.m.
All right, so this is the last interjection that we're going to have. Corporate prayer will be Monday, January 7th at 6:30 p.m. here inside the kingdom. Now, let's all come together and pray as one unit fighting against the devil. Amen. I mean, I'm going to be there. Are you going to be there? Ladies, get out your calendars and your reminders because Lady Frances Brown will be ministering at the 2019 Renew Women's Conference, January 25th through the 26th. All ladies are encouraged to attend. If you are a lady, you are encouraged to attend. The cost is $30 per lady. Location is Living Word Church in Muskegon. Now, the address is 1551 Wood Street, Muskegon, Michigan, 49422. More information is coming soon.
Now, if you're here today and you would like to give your tithes, offering, or your oblation to the priest electronically, we have two ways that you can do that. The first way is www.itk2.com. Click on Give and give through our PayPal system. Now, the second way you can give is
Givelify, and you can download that on your iPhone or Android device. Now, if you're having any problems with that, you see Daria Brown and she will hook you up.
Now, when you do that, please still fill out an envelope, circle Giveify or debit, and fill out how you want your funds allocated. So that'll let the front office know how they can appropriate those funds. Once again, we thank you and God bless you for your contribution. Well, Chris, that's all we have for announcements today.
Darn.
I hope you got everything, but if you didn't, feel free to look at our Facebook page or our website at www.itk2.com. Also, remember to check that email as important information is coming out there regularly. Now, while you're sitting here inside the kingdom, remember to shake hands with someone you didn't come in with, make a new friend, and find a branch to become more committed to this year. As always, each one, reach one.